A new study shows that deaths and material costs from terrorism have risen sharply worldwide. The study estimates the economic impact of violence on the world economy in 2016 at $14.3 trillion. The Institute for Economics and Peace released the latest Global Peace Index, GPI, last week. The institute is the idea of Australian businessman Steve Killalay. The group says it seeks to develop understanding of social and economic actions that lead to peace. Researchers were asked to study 23 separate indicators to rate levels of peace in 163 countries around the world. All the measures were related to the domestic and international conflict, safety and security, and each nation's level of militarization. The researchers say the world became a little more peaceful over the past year. They noted an improvement in 6 of 9 areas, with South America registering the largest improvement. Yet world peace has been deteriorating over the past 10 years, they said. This trend, they warned, reverses long-term improvements since the end of World War II. The new report says the number of terrorist incidents has risen nearly 200% since 2011. That includes an increase in deaths that resulted from terrorism in the 35 members of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD. Since 2007, deaths from terrorism have increased by more than 900% in OECD countries. Terrorism-related deaths were reported in the past year in 23 of the countries, including Denmark, France, Sweden, and Turkey. Terror attacks took place in many areas, including the French city of Nice, Brussels, Belgium, and Orlando, Florida. The United States fell 11 places in the GPI to number 114. The researchers say the country has experienced an increase in political division. They also noted an increase in the rate of murders in several major American cities. The report estimated the cost of violence in the U.S. was equal to $2.5 trillion. That number represents almost 9% of all U.S. economic activity. Michelle Breslauer is with the Institute for Economics and Peace. She spoke to VOA on Skype.
Now, even though peace globally is improving, we have seen declines. For instance, in the US, the Middle East and North Africa region continues to deteriorate, and there's an increasing level of inequality between the most peaceful and least peaceful countries. That means that there's a bigger gap in peacefulness around the world.
The report ranked Syria as the least peaceful country in 2016 because of terrorism and the ongoing civil war in that country. The Middle East and North Africa area was rated the least peaceful area in the latest report. It said conflict in the Middle East had reached historic levels. The report noted battle deaths from conflict are at a 25-year high, and the number of refugees and displaced people are at a level not seen in 60 years. Most terrorist activity took place in 5 countries. They are Iraq, Nigeria, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Syria, and all ranked near the bottom of the latest list. At the top of the index, Iceland ranked as the world's most peaceful country. New Zealand and Portugal followed in the list. I'm Dorothy Gundy.